In this video, I'm gonna show you everything you need to know about the war pack, starting from the beginner tips all the way to advanced movement, survivability, some awesome combinations with weapons. Enjoy. So first, let's go over some really basic stuff that you need to know, right? Obviously, you can go in any direction you want with the war pack. To the sides, if you want to teleport backwards or forward, it doesn't matter. Like, essentially, you can do anything. And that makes it very versatile in situations where you're about to get charged by a, charger or hit by a Hulk and all that kind of stuff, including bile titan spew and whatnot. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind that yes, you can go back to back, but it always comes with something or some kind of damage that you take. In this case, we broke a limb. Now, what you don't want to do is go 3 times in a row, because if you do, you're gonna die. So keep that in mind. You don't want to do that. So what I would advise is teleport once, wait for the color to change again, and then you teleport again. And that is very safe. You're going to be covering a lot of distance anyway. And that way you don't break any limbs and you're not going to have to spend any extra stims. Now, if there is a crazy situation and you need to double teleport, do that. Okay, now let's talk about some awesome things that you can do when it comes to movement. This is actually so much fun. So right here, you see that, the character has a tough time moving up, right? However, if you're pressing your analog in the same direction, it will teleport you up. Now, keep in mind, this is not very consistent, so you might have to try a few times. Not only that, but you can cover some crazy distances with this, with a double teleport. So for example, if you want to go over to the other side, you can double teleport and you're on the other side, which is really insane. And this is going to be so much fun to utilize in combat as well. Now, if you want to extend that jump a little bit, you're going to start with a dive. And that will help you to cover a little bit more range, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, there is also a way to counter some really bad animations when you're dropping off a little bit of a high grounds or even when you dive. So what I mean is, for example, from here, if I just jump off, right? It does this animation that keeps you kind of like slowed or stunned or whatever you want to call it. And it can be really annoying, actually. And it can get you killed a lot of the times. And even if you dive from here, right? It's gonna ragdoll you as well. However, with the warp pack, you can cancel that out, and it's actually really fun too. You gotta time it correctly. So as you dive, you warp, and it stops you from either going into one animation or the other. Another very cool thing about the teleporter is how it affects water. So you know how you can't like dive or whatever, but with the teleporter, you can just move through water much faster. So that is very cool, especially if you're getting hit from afar or whatever it is and you're trying to cover the distance in water. That makes a huge difference and it speeds everything up. Another very cool quality of life, you can go through walls. Remember that as well. So for example, once again, if you want to get through here, you just warp through it. That is something that you need to keep in mind. So you can't really get stuck with this item. That is also huge and something that is a game changer, especially if you're fighting against the bots and if you find yourself in these crazy bases and you're kind of stuck, you can just teleport through walls. By the way, if you're about to take damage, your car is gonna explode or whatever's gonna happen, guess what? Boom, you're out of there. You do not care. Easy peasy all day long. Can we get in the bunkers? Check out. The answer is absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Get in, get out. Chat, do you want me to teleport in here? I mean, this is... it destroys it. This works too. Now I'm going to show you the advanced tech, which is going to be a little bit... It's going to take some time to get used to, but this will save your life a lot. And it's actually very strong. So you're going to dive, stim, and warp through as you're diving, right? Boom. Just like that. It's not easy at first, but once you understand it, especially on controller, you're going to be doing it consistently. And it is absolutely cracked. It's very strong and it's very fun. Boom, just like that. Just like that, guys. Huge dub when it comes to movement. Obviously, you can do that backwards as well. Doesn't really matter when it comes to direction. But once again, it's going to take some time. Okay, now another very cool synergy is with the Quasar Cannon as well. So if you're fighting a target, you're charging up your shot, you're about to get hit, you can teleport out of the way. And it keeps the charge up, which is really nice if you're fighting, let's say, bile titans or even chargers and you're about to get hit. whatever it is, it keeps you alive, right? It's very, very strong. So once again, you're charging up, you teleport out of the way, boom, just like that. It keeps the charge. Now, I'm also going to show you a very cool combo with double-edged sickle. Now, keep in mind, I'm not using fire armor. I am going to be uploading a very, very powerful build for this combo very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. But right now, what you need to know is that when you're shooting the double-edged sickle, obviously it gets overheated, right? Which also means that it's going to be dealing more damage. It's going to go all the way to heavy pen and so on. But the cool thing is, as you're shooting, and if you teleport, it keeps the shots and keeps the overheat as well. So if you build around this correctly, this can be absolutely ridiculous. And once again, I got some really, really fun and powerful builds on the way. Now, the same technique works with the railgun as well. So if you're gonna shoot, you can always teleport and then take the shot. And it just works exactly the same as it does with the Quasar cannon. As a matter of fact, if anything has like a charge up shot, it can work really, really smoothly. However, another very cool thing you can do with the railgun is if you teleport at the right time, it is not going to kill you even if you fully overheat it. Obviously, you gotta time it correctly, but once you do, you're good to go. You're literally just gonna take it all the way to the very last second. You're gonna teleport at the right time and you're gonna stay alive. Now this is not gonna be something that you're gonna be utilizing all the time, but hey, it's pretty cool. The biggest problem always with the torture was like creating distance and understanding how to stay away from your enemies, right? And now with the war pack, that's not an issue, dude. Like, that's not an issue at all. You can start burning the ground very, very easily now, right? And then you can just teleport backwards, create more range, and just do it again. This creates, and hopefully not burn your teammates like I did. My apologies, Lightning. I'm sorry. We're gonna do this. Teleport back. We're gonna do this again. Oh, he almost jumped into it. But you guys can see how easy it is to clear hordes of enemies with this combination, bro. It is literally one of the most fun times you're gonna have in this game as you master this combo. Once again, we're gonna melt them down. They're getting close. Boom, out of there. Hands down, the best backpack in the game, bro. Like, it's so cool that they've added this. So we already discussed the torture as well, and the playstyle the warpack provides with the torture. That said, the flamethrower is the similar one, but better if you want to use a support weapon, right? And that happens because the flamethrower has more range. So what you got to do is essentially the same thing. You're going to spray the ground as much as you can. As soon as you get pushed, you're going to teleport back and you're going to continue doing the same. And within a few seconds, you will see that you have insane amounts of fire everywhere. This is also very strong, and especially against the bugs is tons of fun. It also works really well with the laser. And the reason I say that is it's just really cool, right? Like, so for example, if you're shooting the laser, you can teleport forward. It just keeps shooting. Then to the side, it will keep shooting. Of course, you don't want to do it that fast because you will break a limb, as you guys see right here. But overall, man, it's just so much fun to use. When it comes to grenades, what you need to know is if you press the grenade throw and immediately start to teleport, it's going to throw the grenade after you teleport. So for example, boom, you see it threw it from this place right here. Now I'm going to showcase how to destroy factory striders with the help of the warpack and some thermite grenades. Now you can use some other weapons obviously if you want to, but thermites are the fastest. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get his attention first so you guys can see that it's possible even when he's shooting at you. But in a real environment, if you have an opening to, for him to not see you, you want to push in exactly then, right? That would be the smart thing to do. Okay, we're going to go in. So I'm going to stim, teleport once, teleport twice. You can technically teleport right under him as well. Throw two of these and I can teleport out. You got to be careful. This is what I meant when I said you're probably better off stimming in between, but you throw two thermites at him and he gets cooked. And these kind of things is what makes this really, really fun, bro. Like, you can make plays that you couldn't previously. You know what I mean? Spewing is not an issue anymore, right? Because you can always do this. So you can absolutely torch the tail with one teleport. That was done, by the way. Boom, I'm out of there. Look how fun that is, bro. He's getting absolutely annihilated. You're not going to hit me. Not today. I'm just going to teleport out. Absolutely easy peasy kills all day long, bro. It's incredible. Orbital precision strike so much better. You can literally avoid him teleport right under him, which is usually the biggest problem, and then teleport out, right? Makes it so easy to land the precision strikes directly on the Bile Titan or just closer to them to do the most damage possible. So it opens up doors like these to different tools, and that's what makes this so special.